Good evening and welcome to De La Salle TV presentations. We have the De La Salle Lacrosse team in action opening their season against the Redwood Giants in a rematch of last year's North Coast Section Division 1 semifinal that the Spartans won, coming from behind and winning in overtime 13-12 over the Giants. They've played some classic matchups over the last several seasons, and we might have another one in store tonight as both teams are strong programs. They've been two of the better programs in all of Northern California for years now, and the Spartans have the possession here as we are underway at Owen Owens Field. Cale Karskadden charged in, lost possession there, and Redwood now with the possession. The Giants of Redwood from Larkspur in the red jerseys, the Spartans in the white. Redwood with the ground ball here, trying to pick it up. There was number 7, that's Hayden Danehauer. And now it's Henry Barker. Barker dealing with Gabe Sturm as the Giants have the possession just underway here in the opening quarter on De La Salle TV. Both these teams playing their opening game of the season. Both teams, as good programs do, they have scheduled tough. And they're going to have, this is the first of many tough matches for each of these programs coming up here over the next few weeks. With Redwood, Jack Throne's got the possession now. He's a junior midfielder going to his right, dealing with Danny Schaefer. He'll throw it behind the goal. Gets it back from Barker. Throne, and the shot in front, and the score is made. The Giants get on the board first. Scoring there was Henry Barker, and the Giants take the early 1-0 lead.
Goal, Redwood. Number 8, Henry Barker.
Redwood last year 12-9 NCS Division 1 semifinals. We told you they lost at home to De La Salle in that thrilling game. They averaged 11.3 goals per game, allowed 6.9 last year. The year before that, they were the runners-up and also a D1 semifinalists before that. So this is a program that has been in the top 4 in the North Coast section for the last 4 postseasons. Redwood gets a takeaway here off the faceoff. Graham Weir brings it forward for the Giants. Spartans pick up the ground ball and bring it forward. They get it across for a moment. Having trouble getting to it, though, is Brady Smith. Now it is Quinn Fedig. Fedig. And he's unable to hook up there with Kellen Dunn. Among the returnees for the Spartans, Kellen Dunn, Hudson Lee, a couple first-team All-League players. Also, Danny Schaefer, tremendous player. And you got Hudson Halal, who was a second-team All-League player last year. They're going to have to replace some good players. They lost Andre Grant, Defensive Player of the Year in the EBAL. Henry Benner, Mikey Lencioni, Jackson Barth were all first-team All-League players. Here's Redwood. Good passing here. They're up 1-0 are the Giants. Just underway in this contest in the opening quarter, Spartans and Redwood. Henry Barker tries to make a move, instead gets way to Hayden Danehauer. Danehauer contending with Brady Smith. Danehauer loses it. Smith, good defense here, and he's going to pick it up and bring it forward and clear it. Up ahead, though, he's looking for Hudson Lee, and the Spartans passing just off the mark here in the early going. So it's they have struggled to get going in the offensive zone as they turn it over to the Giants again. Redwood goalie Cody Vasquez, or actually that's Cameron Momsen, the goalie. Here up ahead to Danehauer. Danehauer again to Barker. Barker's got the lone goal in this one as their Giants have a 1-0 lead. Redwood won the regular season meeting last year of the Spartans 10-3, and then the Spartans got that win in the NCS semifinals. The Spartans 15-3 all time against the Giants. They've won 6 of the last 7 head-to-head meetings, but a lot of those have been really close games. There was a regular season game here just 2 years ago that was an 11-10 Spartan win in overtime, also early in the year like this one. For the Giants, Tommy Vasquez. Vasquez dealing with Quinn Fettig, feeds Barker, and then it goes back to Vasquez as the Giants maintain the possession here. Here's Vasquez making a move and scoring in the lower left corner of the net. And Vasquez makes it 2-0 Giants. Here's the replay on the Vasquez goal. As he gets it past Parker Lee, the freshman goalie for De La Salle. And it is 2-0 Redwood. So Barker and Vasquez goals for Redwood, and they lead at 2-0 here in the opening period. And the Spartans win the faceoff. Good job by Jamison Mitchell to win that faceoff. Let's see if the Spartans can get going here offensively. Hasn't been a great start, but plenty of time left in this one as we're just underway in the opening quarter. Goes back to Hudson Lee. And Lee gives way to Jude Beacon. These guys regulars on the Spartan team last year. Danny Esparza was on the far side to Dunn. Here's Dunn making a move. Skips the pass over towards Hudson Lee. Lee scoops it up after not catching it initially. Dealing with the defense of Matt Holmstrom. Spinning around is Esparza. He goes behind the net. Spartans looking to get on the board for the first time this season. Kellen Dunn. The shot goes wide, and they're going to say it. Redwood was closest to it, so the Giants get the possession. Goals by Henry Barker and Tommy Vasquez for the Giants. Number 99 for Redwood, Zachary Zampa. It goes back to the goalie, Momsen. Momsen, the long pass. Going to go to the other goalie. That's Parker Lee. Spartans haven't put together some good passes yet. Let's see if they get going here as they do clear it out to Hudson Lee, and a timeout by Johnny Christmas on the Spartan bench. Christmas in his 10th season in charge of the Spartans. 148 wins, just 35 defeats, an .809 winning percentage. He followed up legendary coach Bob O'Meara. It's been Christmas and O'Meara at the helm of this Spartan program, and they have had a ton of success, winning 8 NCS championships. They had won 3 straight NCS titles before falling in the title game last year to Marin Catholic. That was in Kentfield at Marin Catholic's home, but they have made it to the finals as the Spartans 15 times in the 19 lacrosse postseasons. They're 8-7 in those championship games. Last season, they put together a 17-6 campaign. Year before that, 21-3, 21-2 before that. And they've had a success. In fact, before that Marin Catholic lost last year in the championship, the Spartans had won 14 straight NCS playoff games. That was their first loss in a playoff game since the 2018 NCS title game. Redwood off to the early 2-0 start here. Redwood coached by Neil Butterfield. Him and Blake Atkins had both had been part of the program coaching-wise, but Butterfield now the man in charge. Spartans get it across to Andrew Bogdan. And Luke Johnson goes back to Esparza. Esparza holding for the Spartans. He'll give way to Cale Karskaden. Swinging around, go behind the goal to Hudson Lee. Here's Beacon. Beacon on the move. Goes back behind the goal to Lee. Lee stumbles, makes a couple of nice shifty moves, and he's going to draw the penalty against Redwood. Spartans trying to score here. It's going to be a fire and goal right in the 5-hole. Kellen Dunn goes between the wickets of Cameron Momsen, and Dunn gets his first of the season, the first Spartan goal of the year. You see the pass back to Dunn here, and he had a lot of open space in front of him, and he goes right through that 5-hole of the goalie, Cameron Momsen, and Dunn gets the goal. He had 60 last season for the Spartans. That led the team. So Spartans within 1 at 2-1. Still in the first quarter here. The face-off man for the Spartans is Jamison Mitzel, a freshman. He's taking over for the first-team All-League player Jackson Barth, who graduated last year. And he does a good job as he earns another face-off win as he earns it over Ash Weir. And the Spartans have a chance for an equalizer here, down 2-1. Spartans make some substitutions as Kellen Dunn holds. Beacon back into the game to Esparza up top. Dunn, who just scored behind the net. He finds Luke Johnson. Here's a shot and a save made by Cameron Momsen on the attempt by Hudson Lee. So nice save by Momsen to keep Redwood in front. He's going for the lawn pass here, and it put it in a good spot, but unable to get there is Jay Knopping, and it's taken away by the Spartans and Gabe Sturm. Sturm clears it. Ahead to Hudson Lee. Lee on the left side for the Spartans, down 2-1. Pat O'Rourke with you here on De La Salle TV, presented in part by Golden State Orthopedics and Spine. Kellen Dunn's got the lone goal for the Spartans. He's got the possession now. Opening game of the season for De La Salle, and what a matchup it is against this terrific team from Larkspur, the Redwood Giants. Hudson Lee to his right. Lee dealing with the defense of Danehauer. Goes back to his left. Feeds it Karskaden. Karskaden gets pushed and fires and hits it off the post. You could hear it rattle off that post, and the lawn ricochet goes out to Danny Esparza. Spartans again looking for that equalizer as Esparza works against Zampa. Zampa defending there. Kellen Dunn. Jude Beacon. Hudson Lee. Lee dealing with a couple of Redwood defenders, loses it, and it's going to be scooped up by Jay Knopping. Knopping brings it to the offensive zone. Knopping wants to fire himself, and a nice save made by Parker Lee. Keeps the Spartans within 1. Beacon clears it for the Spartans. Brady Smith. Nick Musco, another returning talented player, a junior for the Spartans. Getting in front and firing and scoring and tying this one up is Cade Dunn, the junior. Scores for the Spartans to make it 2-2. They score 2 unanswered to pull even here. Here's Dunn on the move. And again, he goes through the wickets just like Kellen Dunn did. So Kellen Dunn and Cade Dunn, the goals for the Spartans, and we are all even in the first. Face off here. And the Spartans had it for a moment, but it's taken away by the Giants, and shot by Tommy Vasquez. Goes wide. The Giants were closest to it, so they'll retain the possession. Redwood scored the first 2 goals. Spartans answer with 2 of their own. John Anderla. This is Henry Barker for the Giants. Redwood out of the Marin County Athletic League. And it's taken away by the Spartans, Danny Schaefer. Schaefer. Over to Brady Smith. Chance for the Spartans to take their first lead, and that is going to do it for the first quarter. 2-2 is the score, the Spartans and Redwood. You're watching on De La Salle TV.
Mortgage solutions designed for the Bay Area and beyond. NewFi is a national mortgage lender owned and operated by a DLS alumnus. Learn more by visiting us at newfi.com today. Go Spartans!
We're all even at 2 as we go to the second period here at Owen Owens Field at De La Salle High School. Redwood scored the first 2 goals, Henry Barker and Tommy Vasquez. Spartans scored the next 2, Kellen Dunn and Cade Dunn. And we go to the second. Scoreboard here at the field wasn't working, had some electric power issues and wasn't working here at the start, but it looks like we're ready to go now with the scoreboard intact. Spartans have the possession to begin the second. Sparza and Karskaden waiting for the whistle to begin the second, and we are underway in the second quarter. And De La Salle's a man up. Redwood has a penalty, so the Spartans have a man advantage here. And a good chance to take their first lead of the season. Having trouble for a moment for there was Beacon, but he retained possession as it goes out to Kellen Dunn. Dunn in the middle, and a shot goes wide from Luke Johnson. Spartans will retain here. Just underway in the second. Here's a shot that goes wide from Karskaden. And Redwood is back even here. So that man advantage is over. Here's Beacon missing wide. Retrieving is Kellen Dunn. Dunn looking for another one. The ricochet goes all the way out towards midfield. Hudson Lee gets trampled there, and we're going to have another penalty. It's going to go against Redwood as Reed Werner was too aggressive there, and the Spartans are going to have a man advantage again. 59 seconds into this second quarter. You're watching De La Salle TV, presented in part by Lemurs Buick GMC. 2-2 our score. Spartans were down 2-0, now even at 2. Redwood coach Neil Butterfield not liking the call. His team now a man down as Esparza feeds it over to Kellen Dunn. Dunn looking for a second, and picking it up is Cameron Momsen after he made the stop. He couldn't find it initially, but he's able to scoop it up and keep this game tied ahead to Hayden Danehauer. Spartans, good defense, get the takeaway. Karskaden. Spartans still have the man advantage here. About another 30 seconds. And the shot goes wide as they get it in the middle to Luke Johnson, and Redwood will get the possession. Spartans, we're going to bring Joe Guyette Jr. into the game. And he is into the contest now. The goalie, Cameron Momsen, contending with Kellen Dunn. Dunn gets a takeaway, and there's an empty net. Dunn feeds it in front, and the easy goal in front for Luke Johnson makes it a 3-2 Spartan lead, their first lead of this young season.
Great defensive play and assist by Kellen Dunn, goal by Luke Johnson.
There's Dunn making the right pass there to feed Johnson for the easy goal in front. Johnson gets his first of the year. Johnson wore the number 15 last year as a freshman, now wearing the number 3. Hudson Lee was number 5 last year. He's now number 1. As far as some of the number changes for the Spartans, we got a timeout here in the second quarter. Danny Esparza was number 20 last year. He's number 5 now. Just going through some of these number changes for Spartan Lacrosse fans, as Quinn Fedig was 33 last year. He's number 11. Hudson Halal was 36, and he's number 23. Redwood program, we told you, a lot of success over the years. They had a losing season and abbreviated 2021 campaign, but other than that, they're just winning seasons year after year. They've won the Marin County Athletic League, where they have to contend with Marin Catholic and Marin Academy. They've won that 6 times. They won it in 2009, 2012, 2014, 2017, 2019, and 2022. And some of the returners that are good players for Redwood, you've got Jake Vasquez. As far as all league players last year, John Anderla. Spartans lead it 3-2. They have scored 3 unanswered after Redwood grabbed the early advantage. Spartans have done pretty well in the face-offs up to this point, but this one gets taken away by John Anderla. Again, second-team Marin County League player last year. Anderla brings it into the forefront, and he's going to go behind the goal here for the wraparound. He's looking to score, and a nice play made by Parker Lee in net. Keeps the Spartans in front. And it's picked up by Danny Schaefer. Spartans were a little sluggish here at the start, had trouble putting some passes together, but they have found a bit of a rhythm here as they go in front. Kale Karstad and Holding on the far side. Jude Beacon. Here's Esparza firing, and that goes wide, as he was about 15 yards out on that one. Kellen Dunn, Cade Dunn, Luke Johnson, the goals for the Spartans. Cameron Momsen, unfortunately for Redwood, their goalie, is hurt, and he's grabbing, it seems like, his right knee. And trainer Doug Bauman's going to check on him. While we have this injury timeout, we'll take a break. You're watching De La Salle Lacrosse. This is De La Salle TV, presented in part by Lemurs Buick GMC.
Trust the funeral directors at Diablo Valley Funeral Home to help you celebrate your loved one's life. Our staff can plan a variety of services and will assist your family no matter your budget, culture, or religion. We serve Concord and the surrounding area with compassion, dignity, and respect, providing full funeral services, cremation, pre-planning, live streaming, digital arrangements, domestic and international shipping. Diablo Valley Funeral Home, family-owned and operated since 1949. Proud sponsor of De La Salle High School.
SPM Properties Incorporated, based in Walnut Creek, California, has managed commercial and residential properties in the Bay Area for 30 years. SPM Properties Incorporated offers diverse real estate services, meeting the needs of Contra Costa, Alameda, and Solano counties. Check out their website for available rentals at spmproperties.com.
So getting helped off the field there is Cameron Momsen, the Redwood goalie. Clearly doesn't look like he'll be returning this one, and hopefully it's not a long-term injury for the Redwood goalie, as we are just over a quarter into the season, almost 3 minutes into the second quarter. With the Spartans leading 3-2, Redwood scored the first 2 goals of the night, Henry Barker and Tommy Vasquez, and then the Spartans answered with 3 straight from Kellen Dunn, Cade Dunn, and Luke Johnson. Didn't exactly see what happened there. I don't know if it was a shot by the Spartans that looked to go wide, and I don't know if maybe it just a Momsen maybe just lost it as he tried to pivot his leg. You always are concerned about those non-contact injuries, and that's what that looked like. So Redwood's got to find a new goalie here. Mentioned at the outset, these teams really challenging themselves in the non-league. Redwood's got games coming up versus San Ramon Valley on Friday. They're at Justin Siena next week. Justin Siena. So it looks like Hayden O'Neill is going to be the new goalie for Redwood. Saying that the Giants, they have San Ramon Valley at Justin Siena, the NCS Division II champ last year, Sacred Heart Prep, Marin Academy, and St. Francis. Those are their tough non-league games coming up. The Spartans, they've got this one tonight, and then they're at St. Ignatius on Friday. The Wildcats have been the best team in Northern California, and a team that will find itself among the national top 25 rankings year in and year out. And that's a tough opponent that awaits the Spartans on Friday. Then they're home against Marin Academy a week from Friday, which we'll have for you here on De La Salle TV. They're home against Justin Siena, that NCS Division II champ, on the 11th, at Sacred Heart Prep on the 14th, at Oak Ridge on the 18th. They play Marin Catholic, and they'll have another tough game at the Catholic Cup at St. Ignatius later in March. And then at the end of March, they're at Cathedral Catholic and at Coronado. A lot of tough non-league games. They also have, as far as the non-league, a tough game against Corona Del Mar in April that we're going to have here on De La Salle TV. Spartans up 3-2 as we resume after the injury to the Redwood goalie. This is Hudson Lee handling it. Up top, he finds Dunn. Cade Dunn shot wide, but the Spartans keep it here. Now it's Danny Esparza. Esparza goes low, and he hits the post. Second time a Spartans hit the post in this one. And the possession goes to the Giants over on the sideline. Redwood clears it across with Hayden Danehauer, but he couldn't handle it. Taken away by the Spartans. Kale Karskaden. We're in the second quarter, over 8 minutes to go in the second. Spartans leading 3-2. Karskaden to his right, and he hits the post. And that's at least 3 post shots for the Spartans. Luke Johnson scored the goal that put the Spartans in front. Here he feeds it in front. Karskaden having trouble getting to it, and it's going to be scooped up by the new goalie, Hayden O'Neill. Zachary Zampa. We're in the number 99. And it's taken away, his pass, taken away by Hudson Lee. What a Good catch on that pass. He brings it up the middle, goes behind the back, and the shot and save made as Karskaden tried to score there. And the save made by O'Neal. That was a pretty behind the back pass there to set it up. Here's the replay. You see that behind the back pass. That was nice. Spartans couldn't get the finish, though. They do retain the possession. They'll try to get a finish here. Hudson Lee. Lee pushed by Zampa. Feeds it in the left side. It goes behind the Redwood net. Get it back in front. Beacon from straight away. That goes wide, and this time Redwood will get the possession. Less than 7 minutes left in this first half. Spartans in front 3-2. Redwood has not scored here in the second. The only goal in the second was Luke Johnson. He did it in an open net after the Cameron Momsen, the goalie for Redwood, came out of his net. There's a swipe, knock it out of the Danehauer's stick. And a timeout called by the Giants. And we'll take another timeout. You're watching De La Salle Lacrosse. It's 3-2 Spartans. They lead it on De La Salle TV.
You wouldn't put somebody in a baseball game if they don't know how to throw, right? So why do we put kids in a car before they know how to drive? We want to teach them that foundational skill of how to drive that vehicle, how to understand everything that's going on around them, and what they need to be paying attention to before they get out on the road. So we're all about a safe start and building better, safer drivers.
The business world moves fast. Armanino equips you to embrace change with confidence and agility, propelling you forward with 360-degree business insights and technology to crush the status quo. Armanino, possible redefined.
When it comes to protecting your home or business, Bay Alarm has been bringing the best for more than 75 years. They offer professionally monitored security and fire systems designed to fit your specific needs. Go to bayalarm.com to get protected today. That's bayalarm.com. Still 3-2 Spartans. 6:37 to go in the first half. De La Salle and Redwood. The Giants with the possession with Rudy Vasquez. Vasquez gets it knocked free. The Giants trying to get to that ground ball. Graham Weir. And his pass across goes to nobody, and that's going to go out of bounds to the Spartans. Getting it across, Hudson Lee. And we're going to have an offside call against the Spartans. So that gives the possession back to Redwood. The Giants still down 3-2, looking for their first goal of this second quarter. So we're halfway through the period. Hayden Danehauer is controlling for Redwood. Far side now, Henry Barker. He scored the first goal of the night. Barker trying to make something happen, approaches. Lobs it behind the net. Backing up, John Anderla. Anderla on his approach goes behind the net. Anderla bumped off his path. Finding himself open and rattling the cage was Tommy Vasquez. He was looking for his second goal of the night. So we've seen the Spartans hit the post 3 times. There's a post shot from the Giants. Spartans still up by that 3-2 count. Only 1 goal has been scored here in the second. Danny Schaefer, the Maryland commit, brings it across. Kellen Dunn. Dunn to his left, finds Hudson Lee. Lee's pass knocked away, but he got it back. Actually, it rolled out of bounds. And that will keep it with the Spartans. Lee. And we're going to have another whistle and a call against the Spartans. So it remains 3-2. We're now inside the final 4 minutes of the half. Offsides against the Giants. Neither team really getting much of a rhythm here offensively in this second quarter. Kellen Dunn with K. Dunn. This is K. Dunn. Luke Johnson. Here is Hudson Lee behind a screen, and a nice job made in net by Hayden O'Neill. O'Neill replacing Cameron Momsen earlier this quarter after Momsen went down with an apparent knee injury. Redwood unable to clear, and the Spartans take it with K. Dunn. Dunn into the middle. Flag comes down, then the shot. Save made by O'Neill on the attempt by Kellen Dunn, and the Spartans are going to have a man advantage again.
Looks like we have a push for the second man advantage for the Spartans.
I believe it was Graham Weir who got the penalty for Redwood. So the Spartans have the man advantage here for 30 seconds to go behind the net to Hudson Lee. Lee to Kellen Dunn, and Dunn scores his second of the night. Didn't take long for the Spartans to take advantage of that power play as they go up 4-2. That's 4 unanswered for De La Salle. Here's Dunn, and he goes high. Climbed the ladder there on O'Neill. So 4 straight for the Spartans. They're up 2. 2:14 to go in the half. Off the face-off. Mitzel has done a good job as a freshman in those face-offs, and he wins it for them here as Quinn Fettig brings it forward. Danny Esparza waits for Beacon to enter. Here's Karskaden. Karskaden to his right, and he finds the back of the net for his first of the season. 5 straight goals for the Spartans.
Nice looking righty runner, Cale Karskaden.
Here's Karskaden. He had 25 goals last year as a junior. This is the first of his senior season as he goes to O'Neill's right, and O'Neill didn't have much of a chance. So 2 for Kellen Dunn and 1 each for Luke Johnson, Cale Karskaden, and Cade Dunn. Spartans lead it 5-2, still 92 seconds remaining in the half. And there's Mitzel winning yet another faceoff. He's going against a good faceoff player in Anderla, too, a guy that was second team All Marin County Athletic League. And a timeout called by Coach Christmas on the Spartan sideline. He's on that sideline along with our old broadcast buddy Steve Flanagan. And as the Spartans lead it 5-2 here, with still 1:14 to go in the first half. You're watching De La Salle TV.
At Golden State Orthopedics and Spine, we want you to get your swing back, get your ride back, get your sprint back. With our top-to-toe orthopedic care throughout the Bay Area, we want you to get your life back. Golden State Orthopedics and Spine, ortho care for life.
I've onboarded 100,000 people and seen firsthand how culture change saves millions and drives innovation. Our purpose? Helping organizations thrive by unlocking their talent's full potential. Uncommon potential, extraordinary results.
Navigating the business world is fraught with dangers. As your guide, Armanino provides the insights, clarity, and strategy you need to succeed. You won't just win today, you'll redefine the game. Armanino, possible, redefined.
Spartans up 5-2. Pat O'Rourke with you here on De La Salle TV from Owen Owens Field. Still 1:14 to go in the half. Spartans have scored 5 unanswered after Redwood scored the first couple of goals of the night in the first 3 or 4 minutes of the contest. They have been shut out since. And the Spartans will see if they can get a 6th goal before half out of the Johnny Christmas timeout. Coach Christmas in his 10th season in charge. A great job with this Spartan program. Spartans passing it around. This is Kellen Dunn to Cade Dunn. Swinging to the opposite side to Danny Esparza. Esparza. Actually, that's Nick Musco. This shot goes wide from Hudson Lee. Spartansville will retain. 35 seconds to go in the half. And there's the flag against Redwood as Kellen Dunn went down. Shot goes wide, and foul is going to go against Redwood, and just going to give the Spartans a man advantage. I believe that call went against Reed Werner. Spartans
30-second man up for the Spartans.
already have 1 power play goal here in the second, and they're going to huddle it up here before this opportunity with 24 seconds left in the half. Big week of Spartan athletics. You got the Spartan lacrosse team opening up their season. The Spartan volleyball team opened up last night. Tomorrow night, you're going to have both the De La Salle soccer and basketball teams in playoff action on the NFHS network. Spartan soccer team will play at 5 o'clock against Clayton Valley. Make sure to come out here to De La Salle as you're going to see a doubleheader of terrific games. Spartan soccer team going up against Clayton Valley, a playoff rematch from last year. Spartan soccer team has been on fire here after they won the EBAL playoff championship. They've won their first 2 playoff games in resounding fashion, scoring 10 goals in those 2 games, and they go up against a good Clayton Valley side tomorrow night. And then you got the Spartan basketball team. They've been off for 11 days, and they'll be in action against Dublin in the North Coast Section Open Division semifinals as they try to reach the NCS Open Division Championship game for a 4th consecutive year. So a doubleheader here at De La Salle tomorrow night, and of course the Spartan soccer and basketball teams hoping to win and advance to the championship games where they would play this weekend. We told you the Spartan lacrosse team not only tonight but at nationally ranked St. Ignatius on Friday. So busy times here at De La Salle. So the clock restarts here, and the Spartans with the man advantage. Luke Johnson holding behind the net. And the Spartans will take it into the second half. So the Spartans were down 2-0 early. They take a 5-2 lead at the half. This lengthy first half is complete. De La Salle 5, Redwood 2. You're watching on De La Salle TV.
My name's Luke Freeman, and we are the GMC truck supplier for DLS Athletics. And I graduated in 2018 from De La Salle, where I played football and rugby. Best victory was probably against St. John's. It was the first game of my senior season, and we came back after a big deficit in the first half and won the game. It doesn't get much better than that feeling to come from behind and end up taking over and winning the game. It's pretty good. It's definitely helped me to get where I wanted to be, going to Cal, and definitely helped me with my career and just knowing what you're passionate about, and whatever you're passionate about you can succeed in.
My name's Darren Anderson, and I'm one of the owners of Lemurs GMC. We have been in the community for going on 95 years now. We're one of the oldest businesses in Concord as well as the Bay Area. I am a De La Salle graduate from 1989, and I have 2 sons that are there today. We're very proud to be involved in the De La Salle community, and we want to extend an offer to all De La Salle community members to consider Lemurs when they're either buying a new or used car or having service on their GM vehicle.
I see you till I see in the dust.
Mortgage solutions designed for the Bay Area and beyond. NewFi is a national mortgage lender owned and operated by a DLS alumnus. Learn more by visiting us at newfi.com today. Go Spartans!
The business world moves fast. Armanino equips you to embrace change with confidence and agility, propelling you forward with 360-degree business insights and technology to crush the status quo. Armanino, possible redefined.
At Golden State Orthopedics and Spine, we want you to get your swing back, get your ride back, get your sprint back. With our top-to-toe orthopedic care throughout the Bay Area, we want you to get your life back. Golden State Orthopedics and Spine, ortho care for life.
You wouldn't put somebody in a baseball game if they don't know how to throw, right? So why do we put kids in a car before they know how to drive? We want to teach them that foundational skill of how to drive that vehicle, how to understand everything that's going on around them, and what they need to be paying attention to before they get out on the road. So we're all about a safe start and building better, safer drivers.
My name's Luke Freeman, and we are the GMC truck supplier for DLS Athletics. And I graduated in 2018 from De La Salle, where I played football and rugby. Best victory was probably against St. John's. It was the first game of my senior season, and we came back after a big deficit in the first half and won the game. It doesn't get much better than that feeling to come from behind and end up taking over and winning the game. It's pretty good. It's definitely helped me to get where I wanted to be going to Cal, and definitely helped me with my career and just knowing what you're passionate about, and whatever you're passionate about you can succeed in.
My name's Darren Anderson, and I'm one of the owners of Lemurs GMC. We have been in the community for going on 95 years now. We're one of the oldest businesses in Concord as well as the Bay Area. I am a De La Salle graduate from 1989, and I have two sons that are there today. We're very proud to be involved in the De La Salle community, and we want to extend an offer to all De La Salle community members to consider Lemurs when they're either buying a new or used car or having service on their GM vehicle.
I see you till I in the dust.
Welcome back to Owen Owens Field. De La Salle leading Redwood at the halftime break by a score of 5-2 as both of these outstanding lacrosse programs opening up their season against one another. Redwood scored the first 2 goals of the night. Henry Barker and Tommy Vasquez got going in the first few minutes of this contest. They give Redwood a 2-0 lead. Spartans will respond with goals from Kellen Dunn and Cade Dunn to tie things up at 2, and that was our score after 1 quarter of play. Spartans outscored the Giants 3-0 in the second quarter, getting goals from Luke Johnson, Kellen Dunn, and Cale Carskadden. So Kellen Dunn's got 2. Johnson, Carskadden, and Cade Dunn all have 1 goal apiece, and we told you Redwood the goals from Barker and Vasquez. One concern for Redwood is their starting goalie, Cameron Momsen, went down with an apparent non-contact injury. He looks like a right knee injury, so they lost him for the game, and he's right now sitting on the bench with ice pack on his right knee, so they're without him for the contest. Hayden O'Neill didn't do too bad of a job taking his place. And that's the Spartans lead it 5-2 here over the Giants. These teams have played some really good meetings against each other over the years. Get a look at the head-to-head here. Spartans won last year in the NCS semifinals. What a game that was. The Spartans were down 12-9 in the final 3 minutes of that contest. They tie it up to send it to OT and then win in OT to advance to the championship game last year. Redwood, that was after Redwood won the regular season meeting 10-3. Spartans also won championship games against these Giants, against this Giant program, and winning in 2023 and 2019 in those Division I title games. Spartans 15-3 all time against the Giants heading into this matchup tonight. Here it's 5-2 De La Salle at the halftime break. We'll bring it back for the second half after this. You're watching De La Salle TV.
Rubino Counseling Services is proud to be celebrating 25 years of treating the mental health needs of teenagers, families, and trauma victims, including first responders in our community. Rubino Counseling Services is owned and operated by De La Salle alumnus Dr. Michael Rubino and Carondelet alumni Erica and Jessica Valley. We want to thank De La Salle for their continued support, and we look forward to working with you for years to come. Remember, call Rubino Counseling Services for any mental health needs at 925-827-9876. Special rates are available for De La Salle and Carondelet families. Trust the funeral directors at Diablo Valley Funeral Home to help you celebrate your loved one's life. Our staff can plan a variety of services and will assist your family no matter your budget, culture, or religion. We serve Concord and the surrounding area with compassion, dignity, and respect, providing full funeral services, cremation, pre-planning, live streaming, digital arrangements, domestic and international shipping. Diablo Valley Funeral Home, family-owned and operated since 1949. Proud sponsor of De La Salle High School.
SPM Properties Incorporated, based in Walnut Creek, California, has managed commercial and residential properties in the Bay Area for 30 years. SPM Properties Incorporated offers diverse real estate services, meeting the needs of Contra Costa, Alameda, and Solano counties. Check out their website for available rentals at spmproperties.com.
I've onboarded 100,000 people and seen firsthand how culture change saves millions and drives innovation. Our purpose? Helping organizations thrive by unlocking their talent's full potential. Uncommon potential, extraordinary results.
Them bones, them hopping bones, them hopping bones, them hopping bones. Now shake them skeleton bones.
When it comes to protecting your home or business, Bay Alarm has been bringing the best for more than 75 years. They offer professionally monitored security and fire systems designed to fit your specific needs. Go to bayalarm.com to get protected today. That's bayalarm.com. Back with you at Owen Owens Field, the opening of the 2025 lacrosse season. Spartans leading 5-2 over the Redwood Giants, two of the better Northern California lacrosse programs over the last several years. Redwood, we told you about the Spartan basketball team in action tomorrow night in the NCS Open Division semifinals. The Redwood basketball team is playing right now. They're in the North Coast Section Division I semifinals. They're home against another East Bay Athletic League team, Amador Valley, tonight, and Redwood leading that one 38-37. With the one-man advantage here to start the second half. Up top, Cale Carskadden, Hudson Lee, Jude Beacon, back to Lee, low pass. Lee had trouble getting to it, and the ground ball is going to be picked up by the Giants as they clear it ahead to Jay Nopping. Nopping. Redwood has not scored since about 3 minutes into this contest, so Spartan defense has shut him out here for about 21 minutes of game action. Spartans last season allowed just 5.8 goals per contest. They get the takeaway here, ahead with Danny Esparza. Shot goes well wide, and the Spartans were closest to it as Luke Johnson hustles over to the area. Over a minute into the second half, Spartans leading 5-2. We'll have Spartan basketball tomorrow night on the NFHS network only, as it is a playoff game. North Coast Section Open Division semifinal at 7 o'clock tomorrow. And there's a shot and score for Luke Johnson, his second of the night. 6 unanswered now for the Spartans. Here's the replay with Johnson getting his second goal.
Spartan goal by number 3, Luke Johnson.
Johnson had 11 goals last year for the Spartans as a freshman, now in his sophomore campaign. a collision, and that's going to be a penalty against the Spartans as Marin Catholic's John Anderla got the worst of it. And the Giants are going to apparently have a man advantage here as they try to get their offense going. Officials talking it over. So 6-2 Spartans, they led 5-2 at the half. Redwood, though, with a man advantage here. We'll see if they can capitalize and end this long drought they've had scoring since taking that 2-0 lead. Giants get it to Luke Tempero. Feed it into the middle. Try to scoop in a shot inside, but Parker Lee was ready for it on the attempt by Tommy Vasquez. Keeps the Giants at 2. Spartans still a man down here as Brady Smith clears it. Ahead to Cale Carskadden. Had a little bit of a lengthy first half. See if things move a little bit more smoothly here in the second half. Holding is Cale Carskadden. Inside 9 minutes to go in the third. Up top, Hudson Lee. He'll roll it over to Nick Musco. Fellow junior. Here's Musco spinning around a couple of times and scoring. Musco gets his first of the season after he put 43 on the board last year as a sophomore.
Nice Brady brother by number 8, Nick Musco.
Here's the replay as Musco spins around, going to his right, goes low. No chance for Hayden O'Neill. Yeah, Musco had 43 last year, which is, of course, a terrific number on this potent Spartan team. That was good for 4th on the team, behind Kellen Dunn, Henry Benner, and Hudson Lee. Winning the faceoff is John Anderla. His pass, though, goes wide of his teammate, and that will turn it over to the Spartans. Redwood just having trouble getting any kind of rhythm going offensively after taking the early 2-0 lead. 7 unanswered goals for the Spartans. Parker Lee, the freshman goalie, gets it ahead to Hudson Lee. Hudson Lee between a couple of defenders and the finish for his first of the year. Eight unanswered for the Spartans. Hudson Lee, he had 55 a year ago, which was 3rd on the team.
That's Huggy Lee splitting the defense for a nice finish.
He goes low against O'Neill. Again, Redwood lost their goalie early in the second period, Cameron Momsen, so Hayden O'Neill had to replace him from there. But really the story has been the Spartan defense holding the Giants to just the 2 goals as we've played about 25 minutes of game action since the last Redwood goal. 7:46 to go in the third. Off the face-off, a ground ball is going to be scooped up by the Spartans. Nice job by Mitzel, the original face-off man, to scoop that one up. Here's Mitzel again, dealing with contact, brings it across. Mitzel up the left side. Spartans reset up top, Cale Carskadden. It was 2-2 after one, 5-2 at the half, now 8-2 Spartans. Still not even at the halfway point of the third. Pass in front in traffic, hits the turf, scooped up by Brady Smith. Or actually that was Danny Esparza. Here's Hudson Lee. Lee again splitting a couple of defenders, charges straight up the middle, and a save made by O'Neill. He knocked it down and scooped it up. Redwood with John Anderla. Turned over to the Spartans. They have dominated this game since those opening few minutes. They turn it over here, though. Hayden Danehauer up the middle. Here's Danehauer. He goes back behind the net. Fed in front to Barker. Barker scored the first of the night, but the Spartan defense on top of him as he tried again. He gets the possession back. He'll feed it up to Zampa. Tommy Vasquez goes to Jackson Gervich. And the Spartan defense again creates another turnover. Spartans up by that 6-goal margin of less than 5 minutes to go in the third. And the Spartans get the timeout as they clear it into their offensive half. And we've got a timeout here at Owen Owens Field. The Spartans up 8-2 as you get a look over at the Spartan bench. Spartans lead it. They have scored 8. Eight unanswered goals for the Spartans. 2 for Kellen Dunn, 2 for Luke Johnson, One each for Hudson Lee, Kale Carscat, and Cade Dunn, and Nick Mutzko. Redwood basketball team in a battle in the NCS Division I semifinals. Amador Valley, who was the 7th place team in the East Bay Athletic League, leading that semifinal 46-45 with less under a minute to go. The Spartan basketball team will be in action tomorrow night in the Open Division. Spartan lacrosse team looking to go to 1-0. 4.5 minutes to go in the third. Here's Musko. Musko pushing the back as he feeds it up top to Hudson Lee. And Redwood will get the possession after the Spartans throw it away. Redwood brings it forward with Danehauer. Again, the Giants have not scored since the first 3 minutes of the contest. Danehauer trying to make something happen here against Cade Dunn, but good defense there. It's now Graham Weir. Giants just see a lot of congestion in front of that goal. Not much room for them to operate. Luke Tempero handles it now. Danehauer sees resistance as he tries to go, and then he throws it over the goal, and the Spartans will get the possession back with 3 minutes left in the third. Keith McCormick in there for the Spartans. This is Kellen Dunn. To Carscat up top. Spartans can afford to be patient here, up by 6. And the shot goes high and wide from Carscat. Spartans, though, will retain. Spartans have 8 in the board. They also have hit the post at least 3 times tonight. Kellen Dunn trying to create. Push to the turf from behind by Reed Werner. And the Giants struggle to pick up the ground ball. Finally they do with the long stick of Matt Holmstrom. Ash Weir into the game for the Giants. He'll come off. Giants hoping to get something done on offense here. We're in the final 2 minutes of the third. They're still at 2 goals. Been keeping an eye on that Redwood basketball team. They're in the Division I semis. They've got a basket in the final second to take a lead over Amador Valley, 49-47, as they try to go to the championship game against either Doherty Valley or Clayton Valley. Redwood lacrosse team still looking for that elusive goal. Henry Barker. Barker gets it back. And from straight away, sails high from Graham Weir. Final 40 seconds of the third. This one goes wide. Stays with the Giants. 30 seconds. Redwood goes off the side of the net, and that takes us to the fourth quarter. The Giants have been scoreless the last two quarters. Spartans up 5-2 at the half, now up 8-2, heading to the final 12 minutes. You're watching De La Salle Lacrosse on De La Salle TV.
Mortgage solutions designed for the Bay Area and beyond. NewFi is a national mortgage lender owned and operated by a DLS alumnus. Learn more by visiting us at newfi.com today. Go Spartans!
At Golden State Orthopedics and Spine, we want you to get your swing back, get your ride back, get your sprint back. With our top-to-toe orthopedic care throughout the Bay Area, we want you to get your life back. Golden State Orthopedics and Spine, ortho care for life.
You wouldn't put somebody in a baseball game if they don't know how to throw, right? So why do we put kids in a car before they know how to drive? We want to teach them that foundational skill of how to drive that vehicle, how to understand everything that's going on around them, and what they need to be paying attention to before they get out on the road. So we're all about a safe start and building better, safer drivers.
Navigating the business world is fraught with dangers. As your guide, Armanino provides the insights, clarity, and strategy you need to succeed. You won't just win today, you'll redefine the game. Armanino, possible, redefined. The business world moves fast. Armanino equips you to embrace change with confidence and agility, propelling you forward with 360-degree business insights and technology to crush the status quo. Armanino, possible redefined.
All Spartans here 8-2 as we go to the final 12 minutes. Redwood took the early 2-0 advantage in the first 3 minutes of the contest, but they have not scored since. 8 unanswered goals for De La Salle, including 3 in that third quarter after having a 5-2 lead at the half. Jamison Mitchell's done a solid job on the faceoffs as a freshman tonight. This face-off win's going to go to the Giants. Scooping it up as Anderla, his counterpart at the face-off circle. Anderla. We're going to have a whistle here. And a penalty.
Second, get a 30-second hold. Make that 1 minute hold on De La Salle, Redwood with the man out.
So the Spartans get the penalty. Might have been Hudson Halal there. Yes, Hudson Halal gets the penalty. So a man advantage here for Redwood. Giants still trying to get that elusive goal. Rudy Vasquez Jackson Gervich. Back to Gervich. Look from a side angle, his shot sails well wide. Less than a minute into this fourth quarter. Redwood will retain. Behind the net, Vasquez. Gervich. Vasquez going to go to the other side. Now he feeds Gervich, and that skip pass. Up top, Luke Tempero. Tempero charging. Lost the handle on it. Spartan defense has been strong all night. They get the takeaway here. Danny Schaefer's got it. Schaefer has his stick knocked out of his hands, and Graham Weir brings it the other way. Tommy Vasquez in front. They get a point-blank chance, but they can't get the goal. But we may have another call here as Rudy Vasquez was upended. Spartans 8, Giants 2. Over 10 minutes to go. Collision behind the net. Another one. As Brady Smith tried to take it away. We're now in the final 10 minutes. Beat it in front to Jackson Gervich. Gervich slips in front of the goal. He tries to bounce it in. It goes wide. Stays with the Giants. These teams, it's not uncommon for them to play early in the regular season and then meet in the NCS playoffs. Could see the same thing again this year. Got these teams and Marin Catholic. One of the top teams in the NCS. Monte Vista is here watching this game. They're going to play a part in it. And a penalty is going to go against the Spartans. A delay call here as Redwood retains possession with Tommy Vasquez. Vasquez gets a pick as he rolls right. Gets it in front of the net, goes wide. And we've got another flag down.
Two flags against the Spartans.
So
6-on-4.
the Giants are going to have a two-man advantage here. I think those calls went up against Kai Waldron and Andrew Bogdan. So Redwood, who has not scored since there were about 8 or 9 minutes left in the first quarter, with 9:13 to go in the game, have a two-man advantage. Can they capitalize here? Allows them to operate their offense much closer to that Spartan net. Pass to Graham Weir. Weir's pass, dangerous pass, knocked down by the Spartans. That was actually Bogdan who knocked it down, so he's not the one in the box. I believe it's Gabe Sturm and Kai Waldron. Here's a shot from the side angle, stopped nicely by Parker Lee. Chance for Luke Tempero. His stick was made contact with as he was attempting to score. And there's finally a goal for Redwood. They get it to Henry Barker, his second of the night. He scored the first goal of the night in the opening minute of the contest. And he gets the Giants on the board. They're within 5 as they capitalize with that two-man advantage. Here's Barker.
Redwood goal by Henry Parker.
He goes up high into the Spartan net, so it's a 5-goal lead for De La Salle with 8:28 to go. Battle on the face-off here. And there'll be a holding call against Redwood that will give the Spartans the face-off win. Spartans up 5. They were up. It was 2-2 after the first quarter, 5-2 De La Salle at the half, 8-2 entering this fourth quarter. Beacon from straight away goes low and scores, and Jude Beacon has the 9th goal of the night for De La Salle. He scored 25 a year ago in his junior campaign.
That's the first goal of the season for number 26, Jude Beacon.
Beacon bounces it in and past Hayden O'Neill in that Redwood net, and the Spartans have a 6-goal lead again. 7:47 left.
Get there, Joe. Keep in front, yeah!
Both players had the face-off guys had their nets tangled there, or their sticks, I should say, tangled up, and they fell out of both of their hands, so they go off. Their sticks will now go off. Spartans have the possession here. Up by 6. Kellen Dunn. Nick Musco. Musco misses high, but Luke Johnson is there. Seven different Spartans have scored tonight. Good opening night for the Spartan lacrosse team to this point. Nick Musco's got it.
Oh, good luck, good luck.
Musco's shot goes wide. I think actually a pass, and it goes out of bounds, and it's going to be a Redwood possession here. They get it to their goalie, Hayden O'Neill. Zachary Zampa brings it across. He feeds Ash Weir. Weir misses wide, stays with the Giants. 6:34 left. Parker Lee makes a save as Luke Tempero tried to make a move and score, but he was denied. And a good pass ahead to Brady Smith. Smith up the middle. This one, shot goes wide from Carskadden. Stays with the Spartans here. Past the midway point of the fourth quarter. De La Salle leading 9-3 after trailing 2-0 at the outset. And a save after Kellen Dunn tried to get his third of the night. Here's Hudson Lee right up the middle, and that hits the post. Fourth time that's happened for the Spartans. Lee trying to pick up that ground ball. It is scooped up by Carskadden. Carskadden going to his right, and a save made by O'Neal. Gets a nice hand from the Redwood faithful, who are here behind their bench on the opposite side. Over 5 minutes left. Spartans trying to go to 1-0 before their big matchup with St. Ignatius on Friday. Here's Carskadden. Spartans have a numbers advantage here, and Carskadden hits it off the post. Spartans getting some good chances here, looking for that 10th of the night. Hudson Lee. Hudson Lee spinning around. In front, this shot and score by Luke Johnson. He's got the hat trick tonight, and the 10th goal of the evening for the Spartans.
That's number 3 for Luke Johnson.
Look at that, Johnson all alone in front. So the Spartans go up by 7 with 4:27 to go. Brady Smith's going to scoop it up in the defensive zone for the Spartans. Done over to Carskadden. Danny Esparza. Esparza wants a chance, and he's got his first of the season. Here's the replay of the Esparza goal. Upper left corner.
That's the first goal of the year for number 5, Danny Esparza.
Esparza had 8 goals a year ago. So the Spartans up by 8 with 3:24 to go. And we're going to get a timeout on the field. We're at Owen Owens Field. This game brought to you in part by NewFi Lending. You're watching Spartan Lacrosse. This is De La Salle TV.
At Golden State Orthopedics and Spine, we want you to get your swing back, get your ride back, get your sprint back. With our top-to-toe orthopedic care throughout the Bay Area, we want you to get your life back. Golden State Orthopedics and Spine, ortho care for life.
Mortgage solutions designed for the Bay Area and beyond. NewFi is a national mortgage lender owned and operated by a DLS alumnus. Learn more by visiting us at newfi.com today. Go Spartans!
.324 to go. De La Salle in their opening game of the 2025 season lead Redwood 11-3. It was 2-2 after the first quarter. 5-2 Spartans led at the half. 8-2 entering the fourth. And now in an 11-3 count for the Spartans. Luke Johnson, 3 goals. Kellen Dunn's got 2. And 1 each for Hudson Lee, Cale Carskadden, Danny Esparza, Kay Dunn, Nick Musco, and Jude Beacon. Redwood has the possession out of the timeout. Redwood gets a chance, and it goes off the post on the attempt by Barker as he was looking for his 3rd goal of the night. Kai Waldron. Up top to Cole Milkarski. These have been two of the better Northern California programs in lacrosse for years now, and the Spartans getting the better of the Giants tonight in this opening game. Both these teams have a lot of big games coming up, and there is a goal by Kellen Dunn as he gets his 3rd of the night. So Dunn and Luke Johnson both with hat tricks for the Spartans.
Hudson Lee on the assist to Kellen Dunn.
So Dunn on the feed from Lee, and the Spartans have 12 goals on the board. Last season, they averaged 16.2 goals per match. 2:17 to go here. And now we're going to get a call against the Spartans. As soon as this one changes possessions, we'll have the penalty against De La Salle. Hayden Danehauer. In front to Graham Weir. Parker Lee gets to it behind the Spartan net to stop the clock, and the officials will make the call here.
Looks like we got a cross-checking penalty, and the Spartans Redwood man up for a minute.
So Redwood has the man advantage with the Spartans up by 9. Gerbich fed it to Rudy Vasquez, but he was unable to score. It was behind the Spartan net. Giants still have plenty of time in this man advantage, but not much time down by 9 goals. It's just 1:20 to go here. Tempero feeds it, and it looks like it hit the post there from Jackson Gerbich. And it did go in. So the Giants do get the goal on the man advantage to make it 12-4. On the ricochet, it went in front to, looks like Tommy Vasquez, and he's got his 2nd of the night.
Second goal of the evening for number 13, Tommy Vasquez.
So the Spartan lead at 8, 1:08 to go. John Anderla's pass thrown out of bounds. We're now in the final minute. And that's turned over back to Redwood. Now we've got another hurt Giant. They lost their goalie to start the night. Cameron Momsen got hurt early in the second quarter with a knee injury, and looks like we might have another one here for the Giants. This is tough because it was in the final minute. Doug Bauman, Spartan trainer, appears to be working on the right foot. Help to his feet is Ash Weir. You just hope him and Cameron Momsen, these injuries they've had tonight are not too serious, but both have had to be helped off the field. .53 seconds to go. Spartans in front by 8. Again tomorrow night. Good day to be at De La Salle. Spartan soccer team will play in the NCS Division I semifinals against Clayton Valley at 5 o'clock. That will be broadcast on the NFHS network through the automated Pixelot camera. And then at 7 o'clock, the Spartan basketball team in the NCS Open Division will play Dublin. And that will also be on the NFHS network. We're in the final minute here. Spartan lacrosse team, a little sluggish at the very beginning, but they have certainly bounced back in a big way as they trailed 2-0. Now we're going to get a timeout with 41 seconds left. So we'll take a timeout. You're watching Spartan Lacrosse. This is De La Salle TV. .42 seconds to go. De La Salle leading Redwood 12-4. Redwood calling the timeout here, hoping to get another goal before this one concludes. Pass in front, deflected away by the Spartans. Ground ball is going to be picked up by Brady Smith to Schaefer. Schaefer will clear it. 14 seconds to go. This is going to be a really nice opening win for the Spartans. Redwood has been so strong year in and year out, and the Spartans are going to win this one by 8 goals. 12-4. De La Salle wins its season opener as they hand the Giants a loss in their season opener. Leading the way for the Spartans in goals, Kellen Dunn and Luke Johnson each had 3. And then 1 each for Hudson Lee, Cale Carskadden, Danny Esparza, Kay Dunn, Nick Musco, and Jude Beacon. For Redwood, 2 goals for Henry Barker and 2 goals for Tommy Vasquez. Spartans go to 1-0. Redwood falls to 0-1. Our next De La Salle TV broadcast of Spartan Lacrosse will be a week from Friday night when the Spartans host Marin Academy here at Owen Owens Field. Spartan next game will be a tough one as they play at San Francisco against St. Ignatius on Friday. Again, a reminder, we'll have Spartan basketball tomorrow night in the NFHS Network at 7 o'clock. North Coast Section Open Division semifinal play. Spartan basketball team in action against Dublin. For my cameraman, director Tim Banks, I'm Pat O'Rourke signing off. You've been watching Spartan Lacrosse 12-4 to defeat the Redwood Giants tonight. This has been a presentation of De La Salle TV and Bay Area Sports TV.
Thanks everyone for coming out. The final is De La Salle